Welcome on in. I'm very grateful you're here as always. Welcome to another week of powerful manifestation, meditation, our time together, the ability to sit in quiet and create the kind of habits within our own self that builds the habitat we want. We welcome you, One Love, Consciousness Movement, First Unity Spiritual Campus. Our loving awareness together, affecting the world, and hopefully really amplifying the voice of true, loving, compassionate, kind, transcendent opportunity to rise into consciousness. So our subject is really less important than us just being. I get the chances to share my thoughts on where the importance, I think, of spiritual practice. But this time together is really more about letting go and continuing to let go. We're constantly being invited to hold on to things that are being introduced to us by the world around us. There's a whole lot happening in the world around us. There's a lot of anger and unrest, judgment from all over the place. I even see people who are, it seems, endeavoring to be spiritual, and yet they spend their entire time critiquing one group or another. And at the end of the day, the difference between a weed and a flower is a judgment. And as I judge others, as I critique others, as I look at other people and their behaviors, and I set my expectations for people to do things the way I think they should do them, it's no different than being ultra religious and ultra judgmental. It just is a judgment. I just noticed it yesterday. There was a person in particular that I noticed that every time there's a post, the post is a critique of some group or another. It's a critique of political people that he doesn't like, or spiritual leaders that he doesn't like. And it's a constant sort of like instructing people to be a certain way, and going to great lengths to do it, tying a bunch of biblical things and then historical things together to create a sort of a blanket of judgment. And I have my opinions about a lot of things. But I think what I want more than anything else is really for us to find this space of oneness. I recognize that the people and the circumstances that I even consider to be not good or even bad, in whatever my estimations are of that, that I'm also one with it. And I've chosen the path of love. I've chosen the path of peace. And that's really kind of, I think, where I want us to press into this week. Our subject for devotion is say it, see it, survey it, and shift it. Begin to speak in accordance with what I want to come from my life. Begin to speak, and boom, there it is. It's the same thing that happened in the Genesis narrative, where essentially the divine source says, you name it, you call it, whatever you want it to be, it is. So say it and then see it, but then have the honesty and the courage to survey it, to look at it and realize that maybe some of the things I've created are not so good for myself or for anyone else. But sometimes the things that we think are good for us can be harmful to others. And so how can I bring a balance to that so that I can shift it? Because I may not be able to stop change, but I do think that in some ways I can shape change by my own perception. And our overarching theme for the whole year is Here We Grow. In this summer series, where do we grow from here? Have we grown at all? Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. I'm choosing peace in the midst of chaos. Peace is not the absence of chaos or things being perfect. Peace is that ability to be settled even in the midst of the imperfect. So, as Jim Murphy would tell us, find that place of peace. Daddy Murphy, find that place of peace. That's on the inside of you. It's the deep. So let's go there, following after the Zen idea that there is no way to peace. Peace is the way. And let's move through this life. As we walk through this world, walk as if your feet are kissing the ground. Not just using it, but making connection with it and every living being. Opening up this heart space. So this is not hard work. This is heart work. So I'll invite us to gently close your eyes if you feel so inclined, and if you feel safe to do so. Always remember that my instructions are invitations. Allow yourself to be here now. Straighten the spine, if you will, and soften the shoulders. Remembering through this whole process that freedom, 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 you have freedom. Maybe place your hands in your lap, feet solid on the ground. Or if you're lying down, just surrender to the furniture or the floor beneath you. Feel the support. Allow your whole being to rest and relax in this space. Give yourself the gift of just being present. Give yourself the gift of allowing these next few moments for there to be nowhere to be, nothing to do, no one to be, simply to be. here, present. Notice with the senses this present moment. Notice the sounds you hear. Maybe just pick two and focus in on those. Maybe the sound of a fan, the refrigerator running, air conditioner running, sound of my voice, maybe the music. Just notice. And if you can hear, allow yourself to be grateful that you can. And now notice any smells in the room. Just notice them. And if you are able to smell, allow yourself to feel a sense of gratitude for that, right here, right now. And then notice the taste in your mouth. Just notice it. Don't judge whether it's good or bad, just notice. And if you can taste, allow yourself to be grateful for that. Now notice the feeling of the furniture or the floor beneath you, seated or lying down. Just notice the support. Maybe notice how your hands feel in your lap. Maybe the temperature of the room. Just observe the feeling, the sensation of being able to feel, physically able to feel. Just notice and allow a sense of gratitude and thanksgiving that you can feel. And now allowing your attention to float towards sight. Notice that even with your eyes closed, maybe you can see the glow of a light in the room, or images that dance across the closed eyelids. Just notice, and if you're able to see, be grateful. Be grateful in this moment. And don't have a judgment of how well you can see, just that you can. Notice, observe it, and be grateful in this moment. For every sound, every smell, every taste, every feeling, texture, everything that I can see, I'm grateful. My senses are aware of this present moment, and I'm simply here, now. Now bring your focus and your attention toward the breathing. Breathing in breathing out, this consistent and constant pattern of life itself unfolding. Breathing in, breathing out. Be thankful for the lungs. And notice the calm that is in your whole being just from being present. It is in the not doing that the greatest of doings is found. It is in the silence that true awareness comes. It's the quiet between the notes that makes the music, music. And now bring your attention, your focus towards the word peace. Peace. And instead of saying, I want peace, allow yourself in this moment to simply think in terms of, I am peace. I simply am peace. I don't need it. I am it. It is me. And I remind myself that I am like water. In the deepest parts of my being, there's a settled calm. And I, like water, may at times be settled on the surface, but in the deep, I am completely settled and at peace. Allow yourself, if you would, in this moment, to imagine yourself floating on top of the water. And on the beach there's a band playing, and there's noise, and there's cars driving, and there's people chattering, and the noise is loud, it's loud. And as you lay on top of the water, floating, you can hear all of the clamor and all of the noise. And now allow yourself to sink into the water. Experience the sensation of going under the water. And as you move under the water, you realize in this exercise that you have no need to breathe. You are one with the water. So there's no sense of panic. But you notice that the moment you go under the water, that very moment, all of the sound of the clamor is muddled immediately. And allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper into the water. And you look up. And right now you can see the ripple of the waves. But the further you go, the more calm it gets. And imagine yourself sinking deeper, deeper, But you don't feel the sensation of drowning. You don't feel the sensation of panic. You know you're at one with all of this. And you find that in this space, the body needs nothing. But you notice that down deep in the beauty of all that is down here in this beautiful space of waterway, you notice the calm. And you realize this is you. That on the surface at times you become unsettled. But the deep part of you is completely at peace. And you allow yourself to know, I am peace. So as you rise back to the top of the water, the closer you get to the top, the more you see the effect of waves, the ebb and the flow. And as you emerge from the water, you hear the sounds of the beach party again, of all of the clamoring and the sound. But there's a settled space in you. There's an awareness. And now you're able to smile. Because anytime that you need to feel that sensation of settled, peaceful calm, you can dive right back in to the deep, deep water of your being. And you observe in this moment that anything that costs me my peace is too expensive. And the more peaceful I am within me, the more peace there is in the world. I bring peace to the world. Through being at peace. I let go of the judgments and I find more peace. I let go of the critique and I find more peace. I let go of the need to be right. I let go of the strife and the strain that comes with researching to make sure I'm right. I let go of all of the information and the inflammation that comes along with it. The knowing is a peaceful awareness. Notice how wide open the heart is in this space. It's all love. It's all love. Love is the force and the source. Love is the force and the source. And that voice inside that says, get real. I respond, I am. I am. This is my reality. So the heart space is wide open, and I'll invite us into a series of 3 deep breaths, breathing in through the nose about 4 or 5 seconds. Hold for just a second at the top of that breath and then release it with a sigh. Breathing in peace, peace, peace. And breathing out all judgments, all critiques, letting it go. When you have the opportunity to be kind and at peace, or to be right and to critique, choose kindness and peace. Preparing now for that first breath together. Begin. And exhale. And again. Exhale. And one more time. Breathe in. And exhale. I choose peace. I choose peace. Namaste. Namaskar. Amitabha. Aho. Om. Love and mercy, peace and grace, truth and tranquility, serenity, courage, confidence, beauty, generosity, compassion, kindness, honor, peace, 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 peace. And it is so. When you have the opportunity today to critique and to be right about whatever the subject may be, or to be kind and at peace, try peace and kindness and just see. Just see. There's a lot happening in the world that I could critique, and at times I do. I don't know that. And critiquing really in some way is a judgment. It's not always a bad thing now. I know that there's some things that need to be called out. I know that. I'm aware. I know that we've seen a rise in violence. And that does hurt my heart. But I will not close my heart, including toward those who intend violence, intend to be, or are using their energy to be violent. I just choose to stay in love and to stay in peace, really. What the world needs now, I believe, is more of that. And you know what? I can't run out of peace, and I can't run out of love. I can run out of critiques, but I can't run out of peace, and I can't run out of love. let's just endeavor to stay in that space as often as we can, as much as possible, to be at peace with all people and to be in a sense of love. Okay? All right. I love you very much. Now, know that any of our opportunities, our offerings that we have online, you're invited to go and participate in. We have, of course, Sunday Morning Connection, which was this last Sunday at 10 o'clock. And the connection there is devotion and contemplation. And then we also have, of course, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday mornings, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard, right here for our meditation time. We have meditation from First Unity Spiritual Campus here in St. Petersburg that starts at noon at firstunity.org on Wednesdays. So middle of the week, middle of the day at noon. On Wednesday evenings, we have a meditation as well at First Unity at 6 o'clock. And then we have our midweek connection. Right now we're studying the Tao Te Ching, and that's at 7 p.m. Sundays, of course, we have 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for New Thought Church. It's a church experience that's elevated in consciousness. It gives that element of church. The wonderful music from Reverend Wanda Nero Butler and the Unity Voices. And then I typically share the message. Started this last week. We're excited. I mean, all of the opportunities that we have to influence the world toward a higher consciousness, and we're doing that. We're taking full advantage of all of those opportunities, and we're reaching the world with a message of freedom, a message that brings freedom, a message that brings us into our true state. And your true natural state is love and peace. That's your natural state. That is being in harmony with all of life. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm going to continue to remind us to do that. I am a lover of all of life. And, if you're going to hang around with me, you're going to experience that. You'll see that. And I was going to say, I thought I had the graphic for all of that. Oh, I do. Let me see if it'll come up here. Okay, because I know right now we're running out of time. And there it is. Okay. There's all of the information. Our live stream calendar, Sunday Morning Connection, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard. New Thought Church, First Unity St. Pete, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern Standard. Meditation Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Remember, again, the other meditations from First Unity Campus at noon on Wednesdays, and then at 6 p.m. on Wednesdays as well. So there's so many opportunities. And then, of course, midweek connection for our Tao Te Ching study. The ways to connect with us are on the bottom of the screen, iamonelove.com, and then www.firstunity.org. And I want to say to all of you who continue to give, thank you for giving. Thank you for giving to One Love Consciousness Movement. And our P.O. Box, new P.O. Box is 7771, St. Petersburg, Florida, 33734. And then our digital giving is also on the screen. But if you go to iamonelove.com, you will also find that you can click and go for our digital giving. All right. I love you all. Now go and make it a great day, because you can. Peace.